Welcome to the House of Entrepreneurs, where we help others pursue entrepreneurship. We are so passionate about stewardship, about leadership, about financial independence, about entrepreneurship, and many more. And so I'm so happy that you're here. And please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Let's get into it. So today I want to talk through the two articles that I've seen on the internet. One, they're not actually related, but they kind of talk about the same thing, which is money. And the first is the lottery ticket. I was listening to someone, I know he's around maybe 68 years, and he was talking about this. So recently there was someone who won a lottery ticket, and I think it was around 1.5 billion dollars. This person went in and paid $2, went in a store, paid $2, and won $1.5 billion. And they were still looking for the person, because the person up to now hasn't yet come out to claim their money. And so this old man was telling me, so actually there are two old men. The one that I first met is actually the one who told me about the lottery tickets. And oh yeah, we have to go and buy the lottery tickets, because he was also encouraging me to buy a lottery ticket, because that was the day that there was going to be a big win. And he was saying, you never know, I might win, you never know, I might win. And this other second old man, I think he's also around 68, and he was talking about, man, if that money was mine, talking about the person who won 1.5. If that money was mine, I would just go to Spain, buy a house. He told me, he said Spain, and then he said he would also buy a house in his hometown and chill. So it dawned on me that lottery tickets have been sold in poor neighborhoods. Have you ever wondered why lottery tickets are never sold in rich neighborhoods? Why do you think lottery tickets are never sold in rich neighborhoods? Why is it that they are always sold in poor neighborhoods? Maybe it's because, first of all, there are people who are financially illiterate. There are people who want to get rich quick. They don't want to put in the time and work and wake up in the morning and do the hard work. Or maybe it could be the lottery tickets are in those poor neighborhoods, because they know they can easily manipulate their mind, which is sad, because the lottery owners always target the poor people, because they know they are gullible, they are easily convinced. It's very hard to convince someone who has $3 million, $10 million that, hey, if you scratch this ticket, you're going to get, because they know how they have come to accumulate that money. And also, I read the statistics that 70% of people who win lottery run broke within 5 years. They lose all that money within 5 years, because they lack financial education, they lack money management skills. And so I wanted to talk about that, because I felt like this has been like something on the news. It's been on the news recently, and people have been talking about it, and I was like, I think I need to talk about it, because sometimes people are always thinking, I wish I could win that ticket, I wish I could win a lottery. But here's the thing, that was just one person out of 340 million people in US. What are the chances that you're going to win a lottery ticket? So why don't you put all your energies and focus your energies on building something that you know that with or without winning a lottery ticket, you're going to be safe? What I'm trying to say is, why don't you put your energies and focus your energies on building something that is long lasting? It might not necessarily be a business, but at least do something that that you don't need to depend on a lottery ticket, or keep praying that one day you win a lottery ticket, because that might never happen. And so when people lack financial education, financial literacy, when they don't have that knowledge about finances and how to manage finances and how to keep the money that they've made, that's the circle they keep in. And I wanted to just come, because I've been hearing so many people, because the last week many retail stores sold so many lottery tickets. Why? Because everyone was like, I think it might be me, it might be me. But instead of putting all your energies and money, because now imagine if you're buying that lottery ticket. I know people who buy lottery tickets every day. Not, I don't know many, but at least there's someone I can like I recall who buys a lottery ticket every day. And a lottery ticket is, can range from $2. Now 2 times 5, let's just say this person is buying lottery tickets five times a week. That's $10. That's if there's a place you can put $10, if there's a high yielding saving account that you can put $10 every week, do you know how much that's going to be in 20-30 years? That's going to be a lot of money. And that's what I'm saying. Or invest in mutual funds, or get your 401k, than always wishing to win a lottery ticket, or blaming the government for you not making it and all that. I think we need to shift from that. And I think we need to shift from that kind of mindset. And again, why do you think that lottery tickets are never sold in rich neighborhoods? Why? Just ask yourself why. For me, this was like a burden to me, because it just showed how financially illiterate sometimes people can be. That you always, are always praying. You don't want, I don't know if it is you don't want to work hard, or maybe yes, you might work hard, but there's something that's lacking within. There's something that's lacking there, that if you keep depending on depending on winning a lottery ticket, or winning, and it might not really be a lottery ticket, but getting into a get rich quick scheme, you will not know how to preserve what you've won. Because when you get that money, when you get that money, will only amplify who you already are. If you're a bad money manager, it's going to amplify that. You're going to spend all that money. There's actually now I even remember I saw on Netflix a story of this guy who won a lot of money on the circle. It's called the circle. He won $150,000. $150,000. And you know what? Within 6 months, this guy had spent $70,000 on clothes, on vacation, on $70,000. It's on Netflix. This is like public. That's what I'm talking about. That if he had financial literacy, if he had known how to manage his money, he would have invested that money, or and by the way, this guy is in debt. He's like choking in debt. So don't fall for this for the scheme of the lottery sellers, the lottery companies who are always like encouraging people to buy those lotteries, because you might say, it's just $2. It's just $2. But if you find out how much money you've spent a month, you'll find that you've actually spent $30-40 on lottery tickets a month. That's a lot of money that you could have put somewhere to invest in something that's going to give you a return. And if you do that for 20 years, that's going to help you in the future. So I wanted to share that about lottery tickets, because I feel like they keep targeting the elite, the people who are who are not financially literate, and they are always in the poor neighborhood. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. And the second thing is, which is also kind of related to the first thing, which is about money, is credit card debt, credit card use. This is an article by CNBC that says that credit card balances jumped in the second quarter and are above 1 trillion for the first time. That total credit card indebtedness increased by 45 billion in the April through June. This year, just from April through June period, the rise of more than 4% and just above 1 trillion dollars. That's a lot of money. That's crazy. That's crazy. People are using credit cards like crazy. And I always tell people, if you have an emergency fund, then you might not need your credit card so much, you know. And I'm not bashing people who listen, I'm not trying to, that's not my intention to bash people who use credit cards. What I'm saying is that there are certain things that you don't need to put on a credit card. You don't need to put a pair of shoes on a credit card. For what? Get a $20 shoe. You don't need a $600. I don't even know why I'm getting pissed, because this comes again to that same point that I was talking about, that people who are financially illiterate, you know, keep thinking I'm going to make money, keep thinking I'll pay this off, but they don't know that they are in a trap, they are in a cycle. You don't need to buy an Apple Watch, a latest phone, a latest shoes, all those things. Just be patient, and use those if you have to. I have to say, if you have to use those credits, use it for something that you know you needed to use it. And for me, reading this article, it just blew me away, that just from April this year to June, people have borrowed $45 billion. That's a lot of money. People have put stuff on there. Basically, people no longer use cash now. They are all using their credit cards. Why? Because they think, okay, with this advertisement, okay, you know, you can easily get a card and then pay it off. But what I'm saying is, if you can set aside $1,000 just as your emergency fund, you know, and then keep building that emergency fund, you'll find that you'll need that credit card less and less and less. I'm telling you, because then you can always use your cash to pay than paying interest on that money. You know, can you imagine paying interest on $300 that you bought a shoe, on I don't know how much that you bought a watch, on how much you bought a phone, things that are not even assets. Don't do that. And so these two articles, for me, the reason why I talked about them today is because I have found out that people really need to take this financial literacy so serious, that before you swipe that card, just know that there's someone at the end who is benefiting, not you. That at the end, whichever percentage that they're going to charge you, you're going to pay more, you know, while trying to gain that short-term gain that you were trying to, you know, achieve. Again, if you can put aside an emergency fund, you will need less and less and less that credit card. Now, of course, I'm not trying to say that it's easy, but try and start small. You know, start small. If you, however much it takes you, but at least try, give it a go and try. You know, saving that 100, 200, 500, 1,000, and keep it aside. That when you have an emergency, you don't have to run to the credit card. And again, I am not bashing. That's not my intention. But I'm just saying that some things don't need to go on a credit card. That's what I'm saying. Because this article here, if you read this article, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked at what people are using their credit cards for. So anyway, these are the two things that I wanted to come and share. It's just I just wanted some, you know, like these things. There's a way they made me feel like, you know, like, because I feel like people need to know so much, you know, and yeah, I just wanted to come in and share that. So thank you so much for watching, and please hit that subscribe button, like and share. Thank you.